Oh, how are we? George here. Hope you're all well. And I haven't done a video in a while where I've actually done anything on a radio or a motorcycle or whatever, because this place has taken over my existence. Trying to get it sorted out, but we're getting there. And also, I'm using the phone. I found a way around the flicky that used to go on, so quite pleased with that now, because the video camera was okay, but you know, you had to be quite far away from things when you were doing them. So what's happened here? Well, most of last weekend was spent out here, and most of this weekend was spent out here trying to get this place sorted out into some semblance of normality, that stuff can be found and whatnot. So a bit of shelfage has occurred, and just a place for all my drills, drivers, etc, and some other things I use. A bit of a charging station going on here. Just mounted everything on the wall and tied up the excess cables. We have speakers and we're wired for sound, all sorted out, and we have the little Bluetooth guy I showed you in the last video. That's working quite well, just using my old phone, and I can just cast from Spotify to that, which is quite handy. We got a new compressor. They had these in Lidl last week, a 50 litre vertical compressor, and I'm quite pleased with it, except it makes it makes a hard amount of noise. It's way louder than the old direct drive under there, but of course it is oilless, so it's going to do that. And of course I can't leave anything alone, so we got rid of those nasty Euro fittings that they have on all the stuff in Lidl and Aldi, and we have the PCL stuff on it there. So you can see, this used to live in under the bench with the other compressor, but I took it out and inverted it, put legs on it, and reason being for this, I never had a way of draining the secondary tank. Now I do. You can see on the far side of the T down there, we have a little ball valve, so we can drain it. And of course, with the two tanks being vertical like that, that's where all the moisture is going to be. You see the drain down there on the new one. So yeah, quite pleased. So we have a bit of jiggery pokery going on here with some fittings. It's all 12mm. I think it's PVC, I'm not sure, but a regulator here, and it's quite handy this way. You can isolate it, so you can just, that's isolated now from the rest of the system. It just exhausts it, so it's great. So I have that just turned down to about 60 psi there, just for dusting the place down or whatnot. I have another PCL here, and my trusty Susie. That's what that was originally, Susie off an articulated truck for the brakes or whatever. So other than that, it's all fully wired, and I showed you that the last time. Can't even remember. But quite pleased with how this all turned out, and I have battens on the backs of each of the shelves just to make them really strong. And if you look up under there, I don't know, I think it's Cinderella or something like that. Got all that in the recycling centre the last day I was in it, and I think it was must have been the local theatre crowd must have dumped all that. You know, the backdrop or set or stage, or I don't know what to call it. I don't know about that kind of stuff. So I quite eagerly brought it home and chopped it all up today and made shelves out of it. All the slot racking, that's all stuff I've had here. The vast majority of that was taken home my dad's shop when we stripped it out, so it's being reused here. And you know, if you had to go and buy all that stuff, like all those brackets and stuff, the little brackets to hold the shelves, they're about 350 a piece. So you know, you wouldn't, especially with the price of timber now as well, you wouldn't. I suppose you wouldn't see any change over €200 there to do all that. And that didn't cost me bob. That was all free, only me time. So yeah, other than that, not much else has happened. Because it just took so much time to do all this shelves and compressed air and finishing up bits of wiring here and there. But yeah, it's great, and it's good to have it, and I'm very grateful to have it. I'm quite pleased with myself. I wasn't going to show you out here, but I think I will, because it's an absolute fucking bomb site out here. So there used to be a load of shelves in there. They all got taken out. This was probably going to go to the dump, I'm not sure. It's always been a bit of an awkward thing, this, and it's never really had a proper home, because it's you know, it's just awkward, and it's awkward to get stuff in it and whatnot. So we have another couple of coats of this red stuff on the wall, and it seems to be doing the job anyway. We had some quite heavy rain over the last few days there, and I don't see any stains coming through it or whatever, but it seems to be doing the job. So more timber. There's some of the stuff I brought out of the recycling centre, and we graded all this. So I think the old man is coming out tomorrow. He's going to take away all that shit and burn it. All this stuff is for the dump, so I guess I'll be probably going there. And look, you can't, like my electronics bench, you can't even see it. You know, there's just stuff everywhere, and this place is kind of, you know, just taking so long to get out here organised, but we're finally there, I think. So we're quite pleased with it now. It looks great, and we're quite pleased that we have speakers out here, because what was happening was these ones out here, yeah, I can get them to do the job that I can hear them out here, but I kept having the boss coming out telling me that's very loud. So at least with these ones out here, they don't have to be as loud, so as I can hear them. Oh yeah, what else? We got this. Got that yesterday. One of the extra large workmates, and I got this with it. This bench grinder here. So got the two of them for 60 quid, which was a bargain. Had to drive to Dublin for them, mind you, but I'm quite pleased with them. So other than that, that's about the size of it. And yeah, well, we picked up a shock there recently. I don't know if I showed you that. That's one of these, oh, the name of it's escaping me now, because I've taken it all asunder and I have the sticker put away somewhere. Is it a Maxton? I think it's a Maxton. Yeah, Maxton monoshock. And if the spring there, that's gone off now to get blasted and powder coated. Mate of mine is going to look after that for me, aren't you, Paul? You're a decent man. And that's going to go in place of this. And you know, I always kind of had reservations about this shock, because where the dog bones go through the swing arm here, the top, like there's only 20 mil at the most there. Now I know there's not a great range of travel here, but I'd say if you hit a bump hard enough there now, you could make contact there. So at least with that shock, I won't have to be worrying about that, because it doesn't have this great big what's it sticking out of the back of it. Now this thing is all adjustable as well, so it's got what you call it, you have adjustable preload on the spring and hydraulic damping, so all of that works. I tested it out there one day, so quite pleased with that. And haven't laid a hand on this thing in I don't know how long, but we'll get back there. But we've other things we want to get finished, and we have to get back out there and get that place outside sorted out, and get a few jobs finished out of there as well. And yeah, So that's pretty much the ins and outs of it. And yeah, you would like. I know, looking at that there, you says, yeah, I should have that done in a couple of hours. No, no, but of course, with it being recycled material, the shelves weren't quite long enough, so we had to you know, have little joints in them here and there, and have this that's screwed from the top and the bottom, and then you have the battens on the back, which adds incredible strength to shelves if you're ever doing that in your shed. If you didn't have that on those, particularly this shelf here would be bowing, because those 4 boxes there are quite heavy. That's the brad nails for the pneumatic nailer, and you know, they're a couple of pound weight, those boxes each. So it's only what, 15mm MDF, so it's not going to take too much hardship, but it's just like, you know, when they all get filled up, they'll all have labels like this on them, so I know where everything is. So the most of them there, except them two, have to put labels on them. All the rest of them are empty, so you know, over time I can be putting things in them, and I'm quite pleased with how that has turned out. And yeah, I've all my stuff there. The only thing I'm kind of hoping to hold out for at some stage is one of the Parkside rattle guns. I keep missing them. Every time they have them, I keep missing them. So I've great faith out stuff out of Lidl and Aldi. I've been buying it for years. Never had a problem with any of it. 1 or 2 items might have, you know, died at some point. But once you have the receipt, I've went back with stuff 2.5 years after I bought. And once I had the receipt, I was given the option, did I want a full refund, or did I want a replacement sent from the company that makes them. And a lot of the stuff that they do, the Parkside stuff, if you look into it deep enough, it's actually Einhell or DeWalt that makes a lot of that stuff for them, believe it or not. You know, yeah, would be lovely, have all Snap-on, or what's that other stuff, Milwaukee. Yeah, lovely. If someone wants to buy it for me, or there's someone for Snap-on or Milwaukee watching, you can send all of it here, no problem. I'll take any amount of it, but I'm not exactly going to be going out buying it. The same with toolboxes and stuff. I seen one on, where did I see it today? Oh, I was on Dundee or somewhere like that. It was a great big, I think it was a 72-inch Snap-on box, and it was really one of the big high up ones and the whole lot. 7.5 grand, and there was nothing in it, only air. So 7.5 grand before you even put a phase tester in it. Where would you be going without a bell on your bike? So yeah, that's it. I must actually finish that thing there. That is a rare bird. That's an Iowa AX 7600. That is the very last thing I got from eBay in the UK to here before Brexit turned absolutely everything to dog shit. It's just absolutely ridiculous now. Anything you buy on eBay or Marketplace, if it's coming from the UK, you can just bank on paying the same again what you paid for it, because the post, the couriers, DHL, doesn't matter, DPD, they all have the handout. You get the text before the stuff is even on its way, before it even leaves the UK. Now DPD are sending you a text and an email, and at 7 o'clock every morning they send you another one in case you forget to pay it. And it's just gone ridiculous now. So there you go. Right, I'm out of here. I'll get you again. Hope everybody had a nice long weekend. And yeah, we'll get you in the next video. So all the very best. George here, over now. Bye bye.